It starts with a wizard. He's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane. When you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Flagon Slayers. We have 4 players this evening. Hello, 4 players this evening, and maybe 5 if Abby's new puppy is
He is
joining.
very.
Oh gosh,
Oh, boy.
we'll move on while Abby takes care of that.
Stop it.
But I'm getting a little bit of an echo from someone.
That's sorry, that was my bad.
Gosh, dang it, Caleb.
I'm sorry!
Anyway, in case you missed last time, the party re-met Locknar, now with his newfound monk powers, and they helped him and his master Sheldon deliver a bunch of ale to the Emerald Outpost. But while that was going on, visions were had by Zygon and Anzu. Anzu's one of slight terror, perhaps, maybe a little bit of weirdness. And Zygon's somehow weirder than that, as Zygon is often one to do. But they completed their mission, and now they are on their way to, I believe, Syngorn, as Anzu is trying to find his son, and the party is trying to reconnect with Thia. We will begin tonight's session. You guys, it's the early morning. You guys have just crossed into the Emerald Outpost. Locknar and Sheldon have bid you adieu, as they go to deliver their ale. Okay, so Daisy just brought me this. Sorry, I was distracted.
Thanks, Daisy.
No, she brought it.
If only it was full of food or beer, it would have been really useful.
Okay, but what do you guys want to do?
Is this like a place where you can like trade and like buy stuff?
It's kind of like a it's an in-between between Iman and Syngorn. So there's a few like supplies, and there's a small inn.
I don't want to do a whole thing about that.
Nothing like, there's no like magical shops or anything like that.
There's no Gilmores?
There's no Gilmores, no.
They
haven't franchised here yet.
I think we're still good on supplies and stuff. Is Sears just like there with us, and he's just going to be a quiet
Yeah, he's just
character?
chilling.
Nice.
If need be, I can play him, but he's kind of just chilling.
I wanted to have a
No,
conversation.
he's wild, man. He's on a different plane.
Yeah, he's in the astral plane again.
He's in the astral plane. He shot his bow once.
The absolute odds of him
It was
continuously going to the astral plane.
It's mathematically so improbable. It's crazy.
It's a 1 in 100 every time he does it.
Does he roll a d20 or d100?
It's a D100.
Oh, it's way more than... Oh, yeah, it's 100 every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Math. All right, what are you guys doing?
Syngorn's ready to hit the road again.
Yeah.
Did we just take another rest?
Yeah, you guys have been recovered from a long rest, so
Yeah, because we
Oh,
long
boy.
rested down before
you
the
long
bridge.
rested. Yeah, before the bridge.
And then we just crossed the bridge, and Zygon, or Locknar and Sheldon have left us. So, well, I think we can head off to Syngorn. I think, with all of the things going on, that's probably our most pressing matter, and I can hold off on what I need to do.
Great. Teleport.
We can't teleport to Syngorn. You don't have a teleportation circle set up there. That's why we didn't teleport there in the first place. Remember?
None of your necklaces will take us there.
No, I have a spell.
Dude, like,
Andrew does have access to the teleport spell.
Oh
but...
yeah. Does it have to be a place you've been before?
Syngorn.
I would say you've been.
He had to have been to Syngorn. Unless you don't want to allow him because of his drug-induced...
What?
Hang on.
Why
I'm
would
reading.
you even bring that up?
Because that's the reason your character wasn't as powerful
Well,
when we
it's not
first
like
met
he
you.
got fucking amnesia from it.
He lost 20 levels when he did it.
hey, that's a serious problem.
Yeah. We can't just pretend Anzu was a level 1 wizard for his entire life. He was probably level 20, and then when he dropped from glory, he went all the way down to level 1 with...
Drop glory.
Dude.
I'll drop
Dude'll
you.
do that.
Anzu,
Or he was never 20.
I will
Maybe just
do
15.
this. Since you do not have a permanent, circle there, nor do you have an associated object from there, I will say that you are very familiar with it, which means I roll a D100, so I'll roll these, and if I roll a 25 or higher, you will be teleported into Syngorn. If I roll lower than a 25, stuff happens.
No, I don't like stuff.
What's the modifier?
There is no modifier.
Oh,
It's a
wait, wait.
percentage.
Yeah, let's
This-
do it. Let's fucking
This is
do
a
it.
DM roll. This isn't a U roll.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's do it.
All right. So the three of you, well, four of you actually, you link hands, and Andrew teleports you. You see a circle flash out from his body and go around the four of you. All right. Let's see what I got. I rolled an 83.
Nice.
All right. So, you guys feel your essences kind of turn into magical energy for a split second. You can feel the arcane energy around you. For Zygon, it feels like you feel arcane energy, but you also feel a bit of divine energy, and then a little bit of chaotic, more demonic energies, all kind of encompassing what is you. The druidic magics flow through you, Animus, as you begin to teleport. And Anzu.
That's me
is just
teleporting.
But you feel yourself land, and you can see these large statues of what look like elven warriors that have been carved into this massive wall that encircles yet an even more massive city.
Didn't we take a couple barrels with us? As part of the deal? Right, Connor?
I don't believe you did.
That was a
Tried to
deal.
get some sort of payment.
Yeah, we tried to get extra payment because he didn't pay us gold. He paid
He paid you
Cirrus a piece of gold.
Yeah, he paid you. Yeah.
I don't remember. Probably not.
Anyway.
Eh.
Anyway. you guys appear, and you see a winding trail that goes slightly into this mountain range. There's this massive elven city in front of you.
I would like to have my eyes squeezed very tight.
Oh boy. It's not on fire, Syngorn. Don't worry, you can open your eyes.
It was a legitimate concern, right?
No, it was a legitimate concern. Don't worry.
Not on fire.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all for connecting a man with his child. I don't want to burn a city down.
Yeah. This was kind of quick. I wasn't 100%. I don't know if I'm 100%, I don't know what's going to happen when we see Thea, I don't know if she's still mad at us.
Oh, she's very mad at you.
Well, she was.
Yeah.
It's been a while now.
Better you than me.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Well, why don't we just knock on the door and see?
Maybe we just walk through the city, get the feel of stuff,
Just don't get awkward and you will be fine.
Of course. I need to pick something up on the way up to the castle as well, while we're just walking through the city. I just want to...
Did you forget your anal beads?
Yes, actually I did. That's exactly what I was getting. After I loaned them to you and you didn't give them back, now I have to get some new ones, so...
You're an anal beads?
I got a spare set. I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding.
It's the glorious and glorious goods.
It's the most glorious of glorious goods.
No, but Syngorn is gonna put his hands in his pockets and not touch anything the entire time he's here.
Not touching. Okay.
I'm gonna hold Produce Flame the entire way we walk through the entire city.
Ready whenever.
Both hands. One on my staff, one in my hand.
All right.
Into a fire elemental.
So, you guys start up the path. Make a perception check for me, all three of you.
Jacob, I'm specifically looking for a small magic shop on the
Make
way.
a what check?
Okay. Perception check.
Oh. I thought you said percussion check. Well, I'm not playing an instrument.
I ain't playing no.
15.
15. All right.
20.
20. Okay.
21.
Ooh. So this isn't super hard to notice. It is. Let's see. You guys were in the west, so it's a little bit. You guys have lost about an hour. So it's probably around 9 in the morning. You see that there's not a ton of traffic going in or out. It doesn't appear like a lot of merchants come up this way. Whether that's due to the fact that their wares are harder to sell or that they're not as welcomed, you don't quite know.
So there's not as much like traffic this way?
Yeah, there's not as much traffic going in or out. But you eventually, after a little bit of a walk, you make it to the large gate that sits at the center of the city. And you see two guards standing there. You see the gates are open, but not completely. Just enough for people to go in and out.
Just gonna walk in as normal.
Okay. Anzu, make a perception check.
Making a perception check. 22.
Anzu, you notice that these guards are kind of eyeing your group here.
Classic.
They're not doing anything about it, but it's rare to see non-elves come in this early.
Including a Kinku, a Tiefling, and a Fallen Angel.
Yeah. And a gnome.
And a gnome. Strange when the gnome's the most common of the group.
You gotta love gnomes, man.
Gnomes are great.
Who doesn't love a good gnome? Alright. right. So as you guys enter, let me find the stinking page with the stinking Syngorn. Found it. Okay. Wait. Found it. Okay. It's kind of like a tiered system, so you see like the majority of it is kind of sitting, kind of nestled into this mountain, kind of like
Gondor?
I was gonna say, yeah, no, Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Minas Tirith. For those of you who don't know Lord of the Rings, it's like a city that's built into a mountain, basically, with like tiered levels.
Is there a tree?
Is there a tree? There's many trees.
One white tree specifically off of a long run where someone could possibly run off the edge and kill themselves while on fire during a huge battle. That's the end of Animus.
Supposed to burn. It's a little perfect.
I know, that's how Animus is going out. I've already planned it. He's running straight off that long run straight into the city while it burns.
You guys also see, as you guys are moving through the gate, on the sides of the gate you see these large crescent moon engravings. Anzu, make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. That would be 36.
Okay. These, you've seen these before. These have been here since Syngorn was first constructed. These are like wards, basically, glyphs that are to be activated if there were to, say, an intruder or anything. But as you guys get further into the city, you see that the city itself is built at the bottom of the western edge of the Stormcrest Mountains. So, yes, the city is tall, but beyond that, you see a mountain range. Yes, Abby, you do see a mountain range.
No, sorry. He was chewing on my MacBook charger.
No.
That's a bit of an issue.
Yeah, that's a bad. No, don't want that.
Not
I just did that once. It was an expensive replacement.
But you can see the Stormcrest Mountains kind of above the rest of the city. But you guys are currently milling around. You see the buildings are built in a very elven style, kind of swooped, and everything is very orderly, very structured. You see the forest itself is also integrated into the building structure. So you see some houses that are built into the sides of massive trees. You see that the streets are almost like a forest floor. It's the closest you can get to the Feywild without actually going into the Feywild.
Is there like a castle at the top, or is it?
Yeah, in the center there's a large building.
Is that where we could assume Thia is?
No. So that is the High Warden's residence. The High Warden is essentially the king / queen / whatever the heck.
He's like a low noble.
Well, her dad's like high in the government, so I just assumed
he's an ambassador. So it's essentially like the United States government. Ambassadors aren't necessarily like going to every meeting, you know.
I would like to look for a magic shop while we're walking through.
Okay.
I would like to talk to one of the guards.
Okay.
I'll walk off on my own also.
Go on my own. Okay.
Hey guys, I just...
Zygon will try to find a bar where he won't cause any trouble.
How about we meet back in City Center? Let's go search for maybe where we can find Thia so we can meet up for her, as well as maybe get some breakfast. It was a long teleport, you know. It was a little bit of this, and a little bit of like that, and it just kind of gets you get a little you get a little hungry when you're going through that. So let's meet back into the city center. What do you want to say? Like an hour?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay. Zygon, what are you doing?
Zygon was just gonna go and do like normal people things, go to a bar or something and not cause any trouble with his hands.
Go to very normal people things.
And not take his hands out of his pocket and ask for a straw for his beer so he doesn't have to take them out of his pocket.
Exactly.
Okay. Ansu will do your stuff first.
Yes.
Do you care which guard you go up to, or just any guard, or?
Probably like an officer or something.
Okay. So you take a little bit of time looking around, and you see that there is you see a building that kind of is a slightly taller than the rest, and has kind of like a watchtower set up to the top of it. This is one of the guard stations that is kind of dotted throughout the city. Essentially, think of it like a police station. So you go in there. Not a lot's going on. You see a few guards just kind of milling around. You see a clerk sitting at a desk, but you don't see any like prisoners or anything like that.
I will cast Comprehend Languages, and I will go up to the clerk, and in Elvish, I will say, "Hello, I'm looking for the ambassador of Syngorn."
Okay. Oh, that's cocked. So you see this elven woman, long white hair, ears that go kind of straight back into a point. It's hard to judge elven age, but in relation to humans, she's probably in her late 30s, early 40s, which to elves is who knows how old. Ugh, it's so. I will go on a soapbox really quick. Elf age doesn't make sense. Moving on.
Excuse me, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's because like when Tolkien wrote it, they were immortal, right?
Kind of. They had to move on to their next worlds.
Okay,
no, you're right. No, you're right. Sorry, keep going.
Functionally, anyway. You see, she kind of looks down from her paperwork down at you. You're going to have to be more specific. There are many ambassadors in Syngorn.
God, what is that?
Thaddeus?
Nope.
Is it Thaddeus?
Theodosius.
Nope.
Am I
Does
right with
anybody
the
know Thea's last
TH?
name?
I do know. Well,
It's not a TH.
I know the fucking. It's in my other journal. Now I have to
It starts with an M.
go back
does
to
not
my
start with
other
M.
journal. Okay,
This is fun, huh, Abby?
we met him in Whiterun in one of our very first fucking
Whitestone. not
Whitestone.
Whiterun.
Sorry, I was
Skyrim.
thinking of
What is
Skyrim. Sorry, Skyrim. Sorry.
Nerd.
First online sesh. It's got to be right here somewhere. We fight the statues. What the hell were the statues?
She's just sitting there waiting for your response,
Talk
seemingly getting
for
more and more
Western
frustrated.
I'm gonna
Torn.
cast Ascending real quick to Thea.
Oh, wait.
Thea, what is the full name of your father?
Oh, now you've put her on the spot. Let's see, would Thea be awake by now?
No.
Probably, yeah. It's about 9:30.
It's early.
Does Thea not know?
No, Thea does. But is Thea awake is the big thing.
Starts with a T. That's all you get.
I'm getting there. I didn't label all of our first sessions, so it's just a lot of pages of writing.
Sir, if you do not know which ambassador you wish to see, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
It's Tiberius?
There is no ambassador by the name
No,
of
okay,
Tiberius.
look, he's a bard, right? Really good with music and all that. His daughter's Thea, of the Flagon Slayers. You heard of them, right?
Sir, if you are here to waste my time, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Not here to waste your time. I could genuinely use some help.
Be a real shame if somebody burned this place down.
Be a shame we got lit on fire.
Alright. I've met her father before, so I'm gonna cast Ascending to him.
Or just ask Jacob if he can make an intelligence roll to remember his name as
Okay, can I
Anzu.
make an intelligence roll
Not
to
as
remember his
Hunter.
name?
Make a history check.
Oh,
This is your brother-in-law too. That's the funny part.
33.
33. Anzu, your memory is starting to fade in your old age.
What?
His name is Targarus.
It was a T.
Targarus.
You were close with Tiberius, to be
yes,
fair.
That's how it is, you know, when you're like 1,000 years old, your memory really starts to get fragile.
I wouldn't know what you mean. I'm much older than that. But, what is your business with the ambassador?
I am here to talk about the Amon.
The Amon.
The Amon, yes. There's only one Amon.
I am well aware, sir. Have you, do you have your proper documentation, sir?
Yes, a full piece of paper, prestidigitation. Here you go.
Hang on. Players always like prestidigitation to do insane things.
Isn't your last name technically not the
Kyle
same as your
Hendrick.
dad's? Because the original last name we went with for you was Mistravin.
That was my mom's last name.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. So it's not your dad's last name. So that wouldn't have helped
There's
us
a
either.
different one on that. No, there's a different one on that letter that Rupert left, though, the contract.
Very happy music.
I don't think prestidigitation works how you want it to.
Well, I think the day is gonna work like that, am I right?
No, you have no power here.
You have no power here, small
Some
one.
gold or something.
No, prestidigitation can't forge documents. It's not like Doctor Who's magic paper that he has.
I don't have proper documentation. It's a bit of an emergency, so he gave me a sending about it.
Gave me
So
a
if you do not have the proper documentation to be in the city, then I will request that you fill out a diplomatic form.
Do you have
Paperwork.
one?
It's very simple, sir. And then you see she kind of flips through some files, and you see she produces, like, a stack of papers about this thick.
Doesn't Thia still have the orb?
No, she gave it to...
No, she gave it to Mathis.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
So that we couldn't find her?
You know what? This is a lot simpler. Sending. Thea, where are you within Syngorn?
Is Thea awake?
You probably should have just sent it to her father.
Or should have just said, hey, we're coming to Syngorn. Can you guys send somebody to meet us at the gate?
Ooh.
My dad's tough.
You might want to ask someone other than your guard. Maybe ask just a normal citizen who
Alright,
won't...
I'll cast sending the Tiberius. Hey, Tiberius!
I don't know who that
That's
is.
not... It's
so-
not
What is
Tiberius.
his name?
It's not Tiberius.
You should probably write his name down.
Well, what the fuck is it?
It's Targarus.
You should
Targaryen.
probably write his name down.
Hey, Targarus, where are you? We are in Syngorn.
Over.
Few moments pass. Come again, Anzu. Did you say that you were here in Syngorn?
Cast sending? Yes, Targarus, we are in Syngorn.
I don't know what's wrong if your magic is somehow fading, but I'm getting a strange crackling noise.
Why does he keep making me cast sending?
How many slots do you have?
Goodbye spells.
I still have a bunch of slots, but
They're all
oh my
high.
God.
He's gonna have to go to higher levels
Look
to
at that
send.
puppy!
Okay, one
Never
more.
really
Use
seen.
those.
Don't lie. She's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Targarus, there's nothing wrong with my magic, but I could really use some help right now as far as finding you and Thea within the city of Syngorn.
Over. Let's
So
say
if
over.
If you tell me where you are, I can send someone to come and get you. Do you know what district you're in?
Excuse me, lady. What district am I
Dang it, now I have to look.
Sorry, you need your documentation for me to be able to tell you what district you're in.
You are in the Tarn Ward.
in? The what?
The Tarn Ward.
Tan. We've
Okay,
got
what
the
am I
R's.
it's
fucking
the-
sending? We are in the Tarn Ward, and I am talking to a clerk here.
I will send Gustavo right away.
Love Gustavo. Are we all in the Tarn Ward? Like, am I in the Tarn Ward right now?
Yeah, you guys are. That's the commerce district of Syngorn. It's more central.
That's good.
Yeah. It actually, if you guys want, it looks like this.
Oh, yo, yo, yo.
What's Thea's dad's last name?
You guys know that?
Yeah, because we met him when the first time we met him was in Whitestone during the party, and we had to like hear about him and everything, and then we met him again at another party when Thea wasn't there.
That has at Rupert.
True. Can't find it in my notes though. Hang on.
I mean, I know what it is, but I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, go ahead and say it, because I can't find my
Quinrell,
notes.
I think. Is that how you said it? Quinrell?
I believe so. Yes.
That sounds much more familiar than what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Sir, you're still going to have to fill out this paperwork if you wish to stay in the city.
You had to go
It's
to
about-
you had to go to a legal place to ask questions.
It's about 30 pages of.
I'll just start filling it out, and then when Gustavo comes, I'll run away with him.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Zygon.
Yes.
So you begin looking around the Tarn Ward, and you see a few people kind of giving you a little bit of side eye as you're walking through.
Used to it.
You get the feeling that most people haven't seen someone of your lineage in Syngorn in quite some time, maybe ever. You eventually find the a tavern slash more like a winery called the Amber's Crest.
What's the logo look like on the side?
You just see like a golden kind of what looks like a golden raindrop that's kind of just dropping, and then you see Amber's Crest written above it.
Listen too nice.
Looks very, very fancy.
Win.
Okay. So if you go in, you see this is kind of set up more like a speakeasy sort of place. You see a few chairs are kind of laid out. There's no like long tables or anything like that. You see a few people kind of with wine glasses in hand. Not a lot of people here this early in the morning. Most elves are not day drinkers. But you do see some kind of upper society, what you assume are maybe the wives of some of the upper echelon of the city with how they're dressed.
I'd like to go up to the bar and order a mimosa. Are mimosas a thing? Champagne and orange juice?
I mean, yeah, I guess there are. Yeah, so you go up to the bartender. Kind of a younger elven woman, looks to be in her early 20s. Who knows how old that actually is. But kind of longer features, kind of a longer face, longer ears in the back, hair that goes just to her shoulders, with like kind of like a like an auburn sort of skin tone. Hello, are you lost?
A little bit, but I'm new in town and I'm thirsty, so this seemed like the place to be.
Well, you see she kind of looks over at this older elven gentleman dressed very finely. You see him eyeing you. Then she turns back to you. Well, sir, I hate to say this, but we don't, we serve people of a, higher standard.
We don't accept your kind here.
Show him the gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna use disguise.
Are you still
Put
wearing
myself-
your like captain's uniform?
Yeah.
Okay.
They probably think you're fucking.
Which is
fired.
arguably pretty fancy. Like,
Yeah, it is arguably fancy.
On the door when you walked in, you missed the sign that says "No shoes, no shirt, no warlock."
I was thinking no shirt, no shoes, no shirt, no pointy ears, no service.
No
There you go.
pointy ears, no service.
I would like to use disguise self, and I would like to copy the clothes.
right
I'm not
in
gonna
front
change
of
myself. It's my clothes. To whatever the people in the crowd are wearing.
Okay, so you change your attire to more of an elven origin.
And then I would like to drop a big stack of gold on the counter. Be like, oh, I think that fit in just fine.
How big is this big stack of gold? Like, how much gold is it?
Say 100 gold.
Okay. You see her kind of look at it, and then she looks over at her boss. He nods. She, well, sir, we can serve you for a little while, but, this is a very high-end, facility, so, just for a little bit.
I'm gonna, when she says high-end like facility, I'm gonna tip up my eye patch and like squint and look around.
All
And
right.
pop it back down.
She pours you a mimosa and hands it to you.
Excellent. I'll be like, oh, thank
She
you.
takes the entire bag of gold.
I guess I had that coming. I'll
One
take my
mimosa.
drink, and I'm gonna try and like, fit in with the crowd. You know, I'm gonna go over and see what happens.
So you go over, you find a spot that's not taken. Everyone's kind of off on their own. You see a few collections of spouses, kind of what looks like having their morning mimosas and brunch. Look at his puppy. Oh, his puppy. Anyway, I get distracted by the puppy.
She's very cute.
She's very cute. As
Big
is this puppy
distraction.
right here. Anyway, but you sit down. I need you to make a perception check.
My specialty. Another 15.
15. All right. So you hear a few whispers kind of coming through the speakeasy. Whether that's due to your own natural perception or perhaps a little demon on the shoulder or a devil on the shoulder helping out. It's a lot of, they'll just let everyone who has the money in here these days. I know. Look at how roguish. Ugh. Very, very snobby.
I'll be taking drinks with my pinky out.
Pinky's out, everyone.
Mimosa, pinky out.
You do notice though, Zygon, an older man, sitting off in a corner by himself, just really long white hair. His ears, you see the earlobes are starting to kind of like hang off around like the bottom of his chin. Just like old, like stupid old. That's how I'm going to describe every really old elf. Stupid old. But you see him kind of, no one really paying attention to him, no one really wanting to be near him. Dressed very finely, taking small sips and reading reading a book of some sort.
Okay. I suppose that's my entry. I'll go over.
I suppose so.
What are you reading, Alaska?
You see, he's got those, those little small glasses that are like not full glasses, but they're like little tiny ones, and he's reading. And you can see on the front of the book, it is you see these two figures, these two like warriors, this shirtless orc standing on top of what looks like a stone covered in blood, and then off to his left you see a warrior maiden with a giant battle axe swinging it over. Do you know Elven?
I mean, I can read every language.
Oh yeah, you can read everything. So the book is titled The Lover's War. You see him. He places his bookmark in his book and closes it. He takes off his glasses, folds them up, puts them in his pocket. Oh, I was just getting a little bit of reading done. That's a lot of what I do these days. Please take a seat.
Sure. Oh, thank you. I'm a big fan of the Lover's War myself.
Oh yes, I find it is some of Varageth's best work.
Agreed. I'll drink to that, and I'll take a big drink.
Make a deception check with advantage. This is so weird. Only Flagon would get in these situations.
Vargas, one of my favorite authors in Tal'Dorei. Animus.
26.
You really know your stuff. As you're saying this and you sit down, you have like this flash of a memory of your wife reading this book, and you vaguely remember that this is it's an adventure romance erotica book.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not something kids would read,
But like, I always loved that.
Yeah, think more like Game of Thrones, less like Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little steamy for this early in the morning, though, don't you think?
Well, when you've lived as long as I have, you need whatever you can get.
I hear that. Not the most welcoming establishment in town, is it?
No, the younger generation always seem to be a little non-accepting of those that they're not used to.
Excellent.
What brings you to town?
Oh, business more than pleasure, fortunately.
Well, that's a shame.
Yes.
Well, seeing as how you're the only person who has spoken to me, and it seems like decades at this point.
What a tragedy.
At a certain point, you stop caring what others think. If there's anything I can do, or my husband can do for help, we would be more than happy to.
Oh, I appreciate that. My name's Zygon. What's yours? I'll offer a hand. Out of my pocket. It's a little sweaty. I'll wipe it.
My name is Arcadius.
Arcadius, it's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, Zygon. And you see, like, super bony, old hand, wrinkles on top of wrinkles. This is the oldest elf you've probably ever met. Like, super old.
Like, okay.
Stupid old.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I wanted the voice, really.
Yeah.
Super stupid old.
Like, incredibly stupid old. It's getting thicker by the minute.
What do you do here in town, Arcadius?
Well, I've been out of public service life for many years. My husband and I, we are members of the Commerce Council of the
Oh.
city.
Hmm.
But
Busy work, no doubt.
most of it's done by the younger generations. We mainly are there as advisors, and they rarely ask for our advice nowadays. But this is very
Believe me.
this sounds a lot like Up music, and it's getting me in a very good headspace for this. Keep it up, Hunter.
Believe me, I know a thing or two about the younger generation from this town.
Well, not all of them are bad.
No, but definitely stubborn.
My great grandson actually is a member of our ranging parties.
Hmm.
He recently went on a mission to the Feywild.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes,
Hope
very.
it went well.
Well, we'll find out. He's due to be home in a few days.
Excellent. I suppose there's no harm in telling you my business. I'm in town to see Tiberius.
I'm unaware of a Tiberius.
Oh God, I
Targaryen.
forgot his name. Target.
Gosh,
None of us know this man's
dang.
name.
We should just
God.
switch his name to Tiberius.
At this point, no, but still.
Targaryen Quinro.
Tiberius. And his best friend Targaryen.
I'm vaguely aware of a Targaryen. He's a very polite man, lovely family.
Yeah, some of them, I suppose.
I'm sensing a story there.
Oh, I've been introduced to the family on many a ball and an occasion, but it's a 50-50 shot, really.
Well, Zygon,
Not
if
fond
you
of sandcastles.
I hear that sand is rough and coarse and gets everywhere, but I've never seen it, so I don't get out much.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, Zygon, you would do an old fool a lot if you would sit with me and continue our chat.
I would love that. I have nowhere to be at the moment.
Well, that's lovely. The two of you then begin to discuss the book. I need you to make a deception check.
We can do this all day, Jacob.
That
That's in the charisma family.
is in the charisma family.
I'm gonna use a lucky because
That was in the charisma family. Never
in
mind,
the
it's a
charisma
natural one.
family.
Oh, it's a natural 20. Plus 10, that's a 30.
All right. The opposite ends of the spectrum. The two of you chat about it, and as Arcadius brings up point, you begin to remember stuff that your wife told you about. Kind of flashes, just enough to get you by. But you know the general plot of these books usually, so you kind of guess a few things. And Arcadius seems to be rather impressed.
Excellent.
Well, Zygon, it is with a heavy heart that I have to leave. I am expected home before too long. But if you ever need me, my husband and I reside in the memory ward.
Memory ward.
The memory ward.
Excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I appreciate your company.
My thoughts exactly. As he gets up, he begins walking out with his book under one arm as he kind of walks off with a cane. Kind of are there by yourself. Nice conversation, nice guy.
That's good.
I
Has
need
it been an
you-
hour?
It's almost been an hour. I need you to make a perception check.
Memory ward sounds like a place you'd send someone when they get old.
Yeah.
A 19.
19.
Rolling well today, except for that natural one.
Your ears perk up at a particular conversation. You see these two women. They're kind of talking back and forth to each other. That are probably about 4 spots away from you. And you hear one of them say, "Well, you didn't hear this from me, but my husband came home the other night, and he said that there had been 4 new missing persons reports filed."
Mm.
And the other one responds, "You know those are just myths. There's nothing going on. Everything's fine." The other one responds, "Well, I would be careful not to travel in the barrel ward at night. That's where most of the disappearances are being reported."
A barrel ward, okay. Bad time to be a new stranger in town, okay.
Mm-hmm.
New in town.
After I get that little tidbit, I will finish my $100 gold mimosa that I've been sipping all night or all morning, and
Been savoring
I
it.
will head out. Yeah, I will head
Alright.
out.
Animus.
Jacob, I would like to make a request that I've never done before. I would like to have people mute or deafen themselves.
Okay.
Handles.
Okay, go ahead, everybody.
Hang on, let me figure out if I know how to do this.
Just hit the headphones button.
Yeah, there's a little headphones button in the bottom left.
Or a little headphones button, Brady.
Well, I'm full screen.
Got unfull screen, and then go hit the little headphones button in the bottom left corner.
Oh, okay, I figured it out.
You got there.
Is
Abby, can you still hear us? I can see them. There
Yeah.
you go. Cool. Okay. Okay.
Alright, Jacob, me and you talked about this a little while back. I have a gift idea that I wanted to get for Thia.
Okay.
It's the tarot deck that has 1 extra card, and the extra
Okay.
card is called the Screeching Soul, and it has a minor enchantment on it that either ends being frightened or charmed for 24 hours, or doesn't allow you to get frightened or charmed for 24 hours. And
Okay.
I want to say Animus has probably recently been working on the deck himself, so he's been like kind of drawing out the deck himself to be like an actual like his own like specialty deck.
Okay.
And I want to get that card enchanted at this magic shop.
Okay. So you begin asking around, and most people are pretty slow to answer.
Do
But
I
you
pick up
eventually-
that I could probably do better here if I disguise myself as an elf?
Probably, yeah.
I'll go after like the first 2 or 3 people I talk to. I'll go in an alleyway and I'll disguise myself as kind of like a middle class elven man, probably in his like let's say late 30s.
Okay.
So like whatever, like 350s or whatever that is for elves.
Okay. Okay. That'd be like your like 500s.
Yeah, something, I don't know, something like
Yeah.
that. Elf age.
Yeah, so you get a little bit more traction here. You still are in kind of the upper society area, so there's going to be a little less interaction with you. But you eventually get told that the place that you would be able to get stuff like that enchanted is in the Reverie Walks. It's like an art district, basically.
Okay, I'll head there then.
All right. So, you are given directions there, and you eventually make it, and you see that this area is less built up. That there's, it's essentially built into a forest. all of the streets are overgrown, roots tumbling over the walkways. But you eventually find this large collection of buildings. You ask around a little bit more, and you eventually see this small shop that's kind of off to the side. No signage. Nothing of that nature.
Okay. I'll go into there then.
So you go in. You see the door is actually one of those bead curtains.
Nice.
As you go through the beads. Very small. You see a table with like a crystal ball sitting on top of it. Very much like a fortune teller house sort of thing.
Perfect.
No one seems to be in there.
The good thing is I don't have to change my voice since it is the lost voice of a long dead elf. So
Yeah.
Hello. Is anyone in here? Hello?
Nothing seems to be going on.
I walk closer to the crystal ball.
Okay. As you get closer to the crystal ball, you hear another bead curtain in front of you around a corner. And you see this kind of tall, what looks like an elf, but is more spindly. The arms are longer, the legs are longer, all of the features are just a little bit elongated.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy looking. And you see this figure kind of almost like a serpent's movement kind of into the room. And you see them wrap one of their legs around the chair in front of them, and then they sit down. You requested my presence?
Yes. I love this feel, by the way. This is exactly up my alley, you know. The rest of this town's just a little bit too much for me, and I really like this place. Very comfortable. Anyways, I have a card that I want enchanted with immunity to being frightened and charmed. I was wondering if you're able to help me out in enchanting it.
I am able to do many things.
I'm scared to ask what it's going to cost because the last person similar to you that I asked made me pay in dead body parts, so...
There is no one similar to me.
That's good. I like that, you know, sticking out from the crowd.
I request only one thing.
What's the one thing?
A memory.
Okay. Yep. I saw something similar to this coming. What, is it one I can choose, or are you just gonna reach in there and grab one?
You make it sound so barbaric. Please,
Wait,
sit down.
secondary question, is the memory gonna be gone when you take it?
Perhaps, but likely not. Sit down.
Alright, I'll sit down.
You see the hands of this being kind of out in front of you, and you can see even the fingers are elongated. It looks like there's like 2 or 3 extra joints in the fingers. So you know how like you have like this one and then this one and
Then you
this
add
one?
an extra one.
Yeah, like add like 2.
Yeah.
What? And you see they hold out their hands, seeming for you to join in.
I hold out my hands slightly slowly, little scared.
Okay. As your hands touch theirs, you see the fingers roll in, and they are now clasping your hands. I need you to think back to a memory that you hold dear.
Oh boy. I'm going to try to control this a little bit because I don't want to give away too much. Memory I hold dear. I'm going to say... Fuck. I'm just going to... If I have to think first thing, it's gonna be when I used to have my mom... or I guess I would have read books to my mom in the Shadowfell since she didn't have a voice and I did. So I learned how to read with my mom.
All right. So you see forming in the crystal ball is this black haze that's kind of swirling, almost like a storm cloud kind of billowing. And then eventually and you see yourself as a young version of yourself, with your mom. You see these old books that some of them are journals from people that were brought into the Shadowfell. Some of them, it just looks like discarded items.
Okay.
And then this figure looks up at you. It looks as though someone is not forthcoming with their true appearance.
I'll drop my appearance. Well, sometimes when you walk into a town like this, people don't look at you the same unless you fit in.
I know what you mean.
Should have dropped it when I walked in, because I felt like you might.
It's okay. I've seen you for what you are since my eyes first saw you. But let us continue. And then you see the memory begins to play out of these silent solace moments that you and your mother would share as you would read. I mean, some of them are just like instruction manuals, some of them are cookbooks. It's a mixed bag. But it's quiet, it's nice, and it gets you away from the pressures of the world that you were in. And you see the figure has a lone tear that goes down their face.
I'm also tearing up at this point.
Yeah. You then see the tear, but it falls from their face, and you see it begins to swirl around the crystal ball as some of the tears that are welling in your eyes begin to do so as well. And you can see that they're beginning to combine and swirl, and then until eventually they form what looks like a glass ring. They grab it with their long fingers. This is a nice memory. I'm glad that you were able to share it with me.
Do I still remember it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not one that many people ever get to see, so maybe maybe someone can get something out of it.
And you see they grab what looks like a small chain from the top of the roof, and they pull it down, and they wrap it around this ring, and then it floats off. What was it you wanted again?
I pull out, so I've got the tarot deck, and I pull out the last card in the tarot deck, and it's... So the way that I did this is I wanted to go step away from like a lot of the darkness, and I drew a lot this tarot deck and like painted and drew it in the form of like kind of what the air the plane of air would be like artistically.
Okay.
So a lot of like cloudy, like very
flowy
airy,
stuff.
flowy. Yeah. So, and it's a the last one is a mask as kind of like the Raven Queen would be, and it's the name of it is the Screeching Soul. So yeah, the Screeching Soul.
Okay. They take the card from you, and then you see this like purple arcane energy just kind of flashes, and then they hand the card back to you. It is done.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. You know, trying to turn things around with some friends is a little easier with gifts.
You talk a lot.
Yes.
Very well. You may leave.
Thank you. And I'll start heading back towards the city center.
All right. Text them, Caleb.
Back. Baby, come back.
Baby, come back. All right.
Brady!
Oh, don't do that.
That's gonna destroy the Twitch sound.
You were saying my dog's name for a minute, and I got really confused. I was like, "Did I hear?"
Oh, she right there, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Text him. It's easier.
I am.
He's currently on his phone. It'll pop up in front of him. There he goes. There he goes. All right, right back.
Well, everybody's always worried about me being sketchy.
Brady.
Exactly. All right.
Give me just a sec. You keep going.
Then why do I need to give you? Okay. Hi Daisy. Daisy's back.
Birdie.
So the four of you, Cirrus included, meet back up in the center. And you guys, as you get back, you see Anzu standing with this larger man, kind of a darker toned skin, very muscular, human, probably in his late 40s, early 50s. You can see his hair up top is like jet black, and then on the sides it's kind of like this salt and pepper sort of look. Shaved sides, but this like but a nice top with like a bun on top, like a small
You
man bun.
you really dig that like hairstyle for whatever reason.
I do. I think it
You
looks
put it on at
cool.
It's a good
least
look.
3
It's a good look.
NPCs.
I have put it on 3 NPCs, but it's slightly different.
Interesting.
And it would make sense that a hairstyle would be common among certain professions. But you see him holding what looks like grocery bags, basically, standing next to Anzu. Anzu's still filling out paperwork.
Hey, Ghost Officer, do I really have to fill all this out?
Master Anzu, I'm afraid you do.
How far am I from it?
You are on page, well, with how fast you can copy down spells, I would say you're probably on page 20 of 30.
Okay, right.
What was Cirrus doing?
Kind of getting the lay of the land. I will ask Zach when he
Watch
returns
me
next
cramp.
week.
Okay.
Zygon, you return slightly before Animus.
Hello.
Hello.
Were you writing a
must
novel
be,
over there?
I wish.
You must be Master Zygon.
No, actually, he's
Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. Yes. Was it the hat or the eye patch? Or just the stature and charisma?
the overall characteristics, sir. Is there anyone else that needs to be here before we leave?
I believe Cirrus and Animus, although they can probably just pop off whenever we get there. We've got this thing where a lot of us just like to appear next to each other. It's a bit of like syphilis.
It is very strange, that is for sure.
Very useful.
Where are they?
They're in the center where you told them to
Oh,
be.
okay, yeah. So I didn't know if they like met in that legal place that Hansu
No.
was. Yeah, I'll be walking up then.
So once all four of you return, Gustava pulls three more clumps of paperwork out and hands them to the three of you.
We'll hand mine to answer.
I'm sorry with the paperwork that you all must do, but it is common procedure in Syngorn.
Yes. If only there was a way that we could speed this up.
Hansu, if you have to do paperwork, just finish the
Only I
paperwork.
could skip through time to make this a little quicker.
Master Anzu, you do not have to have it finished.
What?
We can file it later. You are currently under the jurisdiction of Ambassador Targaryen,
Yes.
as are all of you.
Hmm.
Is this everyone?
Yes.
I think so.
Very well. Then we will move on. Please follow me.
What's his name?
His name is Gustavo.
Gustav.
Gustav. Oh.
Gustava.
Gustava.
It's an A, not an O. All right. So as you guys make your way to Targaryen estate, that will be where we take tonight's break. Because the DM needs a slight break. How's it going, everybody? So, the four of you have arrived at Targaryen estate. It's a modest mansion, only 4 stories.
No, Mathis. Mathis.
At least
Yeah,
5 stories.
It's not even a mansion unless it's 5.
Not a real mansion.
It's pretty quiet. It doesn't seem as though this place gets many visitors. You see a few workers around kind of tending to the shrubbery. Gustavo leads you to the front. I'm sorry, but this is where I must leave you. My duties call. As you can see, he lifts up the grocery bags. And then he goes around to the kitchen.
I'm in
What
the
do you guys want?
back of the group.
Are we supposed to wait?
I think you can just
Didn't
go
say,
in.
I think we make ourselves at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we inside now, Jacob?
You can be if you wish.
I wish to be.
I wish.
Oh,
I
wanna
do
be
indeed
inside.
wish to be inside.
I would like
Um,
to be inside, please.
You see this nice staircase that kind of wraps around to the 2nd and 3rd floors. These large tapestries are on each side. You see one of them depicts Targaryen, and then one of them picks the lady of the house, Lunara. And then you see one that's in the center that sits in between the 2 stairwells, and it's a portrait of the family. But it just includes Targaryen, Lunara, Targaryen Jr., and Meryl at the moment.
Interesting.
We sure this is the right house? Is that we sure?
Well, yes.
I guess there's Meryl. Like,
Yeah, Meryl's there.
I know that one.
You know, Thea wasn't really like, she was kind of in between, you know, for a while, and then she was here, you know. I don't know. That's a family thing. I don't want to guess it. Still don't really know what this interaction's going to be like, so.
You see, you hear footsteps coming from the right side of this long hall. And you see a elven woman, short, blonde hair, very regal. You've met her once before. This is Lunera. We're having the main portrait redone with more recent events.
Of course. With recent events always comes new light.
You can also see that she is holding in her arms a young baby, like a baby.
Baby.
Like a stupid young baby.
Like a pretty stupid young baby.
Oh boy.
Fresh.
Well, congratulations.
Recent events, am I right?
Yes, that is one of the reasons. What brings you here? Thea didn't tell us that you were planning on coming.
That might be because she doesn't know.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I love bad ideas. I can't wait to see where this goes.
You know, sometimes in... Let's just see her. It's... Oh god, I'm scared.
Do you have insurance on this mansion?
Is there a room you may want us to meet her in for the first time?
You're all so ridiculous. Thea is not going to react in a way so unbecoming.
Was that a yes?
Now,
to the
her
intro?
companion, on the other hand, might.
Companion.
When did she get a companion? Is it like a dog? Is it something that just runs after her?
Yeah, she got a pet.
No. He's a young gentleman. He said he was a friend of all of yours.
Is his name Thingen?
Is it
I don't
Turk?
know. I don't have any friends.
Is his name
I forgot
Turk?
to ask about Syngorn.
Yeah, you did. You did.
We just never got around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'll let Thea explain. It's complicated, and I don't think I could do the conversation justice. But I can let her know that you're here if you would like.
Have you seen her this morning? Is she in a good mood?
She pregnant?
Is she pregnant?
No. Not to my knowledge. I believe she's still in her room.
Ooh,
Not an early riser.
I thought elves didn't sleep.
They meditate, sort of. It's really hard. It's weird.
It's like a sleep meditation.
It's like, yeah.
It's like the Avatar state. You can't really like, not really, but like.
What?
So like in Avatar, you know how like he goes into the spirit world whenever he
He hasn't
talks.
seen
Oh
Avatar.
fuck! Never mind. He meditates and you can't really hear what's going on the outside very well.
Okay.
You
He's
can't-
like in the zone.
Yeah, you're in a
Yeah.
zone.
He is always alert, though. I took that feat.
Zygon's gonna feel very betrayed after all the nights that he slept soundly, knowing that Thea was watching, knowing now that she was potentially asleep or meditating.
Yeah.
Would you like me to let her know that you're here?
Yeah, that might be the best idea.
All right, you can go wait in the library.
Do you guys have tea?
I can have Gustava make you some if you would like.
Yes, please.
All right. And then you see like a flash of like arcane energy like go across her eyes, and then he says, "All right, Gustava has been told. It should be there soon. I'll go get Thea." So Thea, it's around 10 in the morning. The sun is peeking through the blackout curtains because there's a small sliver that's not quite closed. Real annoying, just hits you right in the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you want to do? You've received 2 messages from Anzu, asking about your dad for some reason.
Many messages today.
Tiberius, what a guy.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess. I'll get up, get dressed, open up my curtains.
Okay.
Maybe open the window, get a whiff of fresh air.
Pretty nice. Compared to like other major cities, Syngorn's pretty clean and doesn't smell too bad.
Then I'll go see what Rupert's up to.
Okay. You see him. He's off in the corner of the room, just kind of like, his back is to the wall. He's sitting down, and you can see his legs are kind of out, and he's just kind of sitting there, just
Pretending to sleep.
yeah. Well, I can still sleep, kind of. It's similar to what you do, but it's okay. It's not. I don't. No, I don't.
Interesting.
I can if I want to. I think. I don't know. I've never really tried.
Well, you don't have to anymore. It's morning, so you can just get on up.
You see him start to sniff the air. Ugh. Ugh. That's that spice that Anzu likes so much. They've arrived.
Fantastic.
It'll be good to see them
Things
all.
you've been using this whole time.
I'll stay out of your hair for a while.
What? I think it'd be funny.
I prefer the element of surprise. And then you see him kind of fade into the shadows of the room.
Alright.
He's a slinker.
So,
You hear a knock on your door. Thia, dear, your uncle and your friends are here to see you.
are they?
They are unannounced. Isn't it great?
Oh, it's the best.
They're in the library whenever you want to go see them. And then you hear her heels hitting the floor as she walks away. Yeah, she's a woman who gave birth a few weeks ago and wearing heels again. Elves are fancy. Also, I have no idea if women wearing heels after pregnancy is a thing or if it's I don't know. I am a man who does not know.
Personally,
I imagine-
probably wouldn't, but I don't wear
I
heels in
imagine
general.
it would hurt.
The only time I've ever worn heels was to Caleb's wedding, and I did not have fun. It hurt so bad. Walking across the gravel parking lot to
Oh
get
my
into that
gosh.
venue in heels made me want to die.
It was a tough parking lot.
It was anyway. Okay, they do something for me. Okay, oh no, I probably can't. Never mind. I guess I'll just, I'll walk on in to the library.
Okay. So you guys kind of sitting in there waiting. Gustava brings you a selection of teas that you may use at your leisure.
I will have some chamomile tea.
And then he hands you a cup. That will have to be something you do for yourself, sir. I have other matters to attend to.
I meant I'm grabbing like the bag of tea from like the selection, and then putting it in the
Very
cup.
good, sir.
Thank you.
If you need anything else, do not hesitate to ask. If you will see on the wall, and you see on the wall, there's these runes that are like labeled, and you can use them to send a sending spell to anyone in the household.
That is a little scary, but yeah. Thank you, sir.
It only works for the people that have been authorized to use them. So I would suggest if you do have anything you wish to request of us, Anzu, Master Anzu, should be the one to send it. He is granted access. Saba leaves.
Whenever I walk in, I want to use my cloak of shadows to like turn invisible for like 6 seconds before I walk in, so that
Okay.
I just like appear behind them and like scare the shit out of them.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Okay. Okay, I need everyone to make a perception check with disadvantage.
I got a natural one.
Ooh.
26. I rolled a 14 and a
26.
17.
Nice.
The sticks.
Okay.
I need to make a stealth check.
Yes.
Okay. My stealth's pretty good.
Pretty stealthy.
I'm a stealthy gal.
I'm pretty stealthy.
For some reason, I feel like I have advantage on them, but maybe not. Maybe that was the other one.
That was the other. It was totally the other
Yeah.
one. That's a big Genevieve thing. That is.
That does have Genevieve energy.
I think I just have a high stealth bonus. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Ooh. 33.
33. None of you
32.
noticed.
32, sorry.
I'm
Okay.
sipping my tea.
I rolled
So-
a natural 19.
As you guys are kind of getting all your tea together, Thea just appears in the center of the room in front of you all. Actually.
God.
Oh my god.
You almost killed Animus.
Alright. Nice to see you all.
Wow, what an entrance.
See you too. How are you doing, Thea?
No, not too bad. What are you all doing here?
We come bearing gifts.
Hi.
Do you?
Yes. Kind of. Yeah.
What are they?
Well,
Is it
it's really just me, if
names?
I'm being honest. So maybe we come bearing gift.
I'll bend down and give Anzu a hug.
I'll reach up and give her a little big.
A little big hug.
A little big hug.
Love it.
I love that. Thank you. And then I'll look over at the two of them. So how did he? What did he do to get you to show up here? How
Oh,
did he drag you here?
believe it or not, we came under our own free will to see you.
I do not believe that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. But that's what happened.
So what have you all been up to?
This is serious, by the way.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm just kind of here because they're here. I don't know.
Well,
Makes sense.
shortly we are probably going to go save Richter. We saw Locknar the other day. Still a bit lightheaded. That's really about it. I was kind of hoping you would. I don't know. Maybe you want to help me save your cousin. That would be appreciated.
I can do that.
It also might be a secret lair 5. I don't know if you're still like apprehensive about helping, with them, but it's all appreciated, right?
I mean, I just needed a breather. I'm not suddenly unaware of the end of the world, so.
So, like, are you done breathing, or do you need more time to breathe?
I can be done if I need to be.
Well, Enzo, you're making it sound like we're just here in, like, being like, oh, if she wants to come, and realistically, we need you.
No, maybe.
Realistically, we need you back in the group because
Well, I mean, she
That's
kind of
why.
left. But she didn't really, leave.
we didn't realize at the time how important you were when it came to the group.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
17.
Yeah, it's one of those like kind of softly admitting it situations, but I'm not telling a lie. I'm telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a liar or are you a truther?
Jacob, when am I supposed to help my father tell the council?
This evening.
Oh, okay. I need about one more day here, and then I can be good to go. If that's what we need to do. Tonight I have to go with my father to a meeting to inform the council about everything we know about the five. And then just need time to say my goodbyes tomorrow.
Should we have a lunch or something? Get caught up, talk a little.
I got you a present, and then I'll hold up the gift of many, or the deck of many things. The gift of many things.
I forgot you had that.
When I see it, do I recognize it, or is it in a pouch?
An Arcana check.
It's not good. It's a 14.
It's a deck of cards. You see a little bit of arcane scribbling on the outside.
What's that?
It's a deck of cards. Although I wouldn't pull one yet.
Or do so, because the DM would love it.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
The
Is it a
DM's got
special deck of cards,
The
or-
DM's got his DMG right here, baby. Let's go.
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead, pull one.
Whoa.
You have to say how many you're pulling before you pull.
Whoa. Let's all chill out. We don't just pull magical cards from a deck.
You know what it is.
I know it's a magical deck of cards that's got arcane. Can I make an Arcana check, Jacob?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
And your Arcana check?
Flagon would like to,
check.
check.
Stone to Rebecca.
Yeah, if I were you, I would pull one before.
23.
23. There is extreme arcane energy coming off of this thing.
Yeah, you don't just pull a card from something with that much arcane energy flowing from it, Anzu. Are you trying to get her killed? It feels like you're here for a different reason.
Well, I don't know. I suppose it could kill her.
Does anyone have a deck of cards on them?
I do.
I do.
Okay. Like a playing deck, not
Yeah.
like a tarot deck. Okay, cool.
I have them for my deck of illusions. I'll hold off for now, but
DM's
maybe
disappointed.
No, we don't need to be
listen, I don't want to go to some random plane of existence.
Immediately faces death
Like death itself.
in a battle.
Goes to the astral plane.
If you pull all of them, you'll at least get a good one.
That's not how that works.
What if all the good ones already got pulled?
I don't like the odds. Oh yeah, isn't it like
That's
just a
full
few
deck.
left?
Yeah.
It's not a full deck.
Oh,
He said there's like 12 cards left or something.
Something told me he was playing with us on full deck.
Nah. That was a good joke.
But I will.
Submit.
Can I take them from you, Anzu?
yeah, take them.
I'll just pocket them on my side by my deck of illusions. I appreciate it. And if we're looking for Richter, I have a gift for you, maybe. And I'll pull out that little dragon compass thing that I bought. Is that the only thing I bought?
Vaguely, I believe, vaguely remembering, yes. I think that was the only thing.
Okay, because I remember he was like, I don't work with Claire.
Yeah. Didn't like clerics.
But I will hand it to Anzu and be like, bought this, was it in Kaimal? Okay, bought this in Kaimal. It locates dragons, weirdly enough. I just thought it was interesting. Maybe we could use it for Shavira. But if you have something specifically from Richter, like a scale or a tooth or something, throw it in this thing, and it can lead us to him specifically.
Maybe some
Or
baby
if not, it'll
pictures.
No, yes, I do have a baby scale of Richter back when he was a tiny little thing.
That's how it works, right, Jacob?
Yeah.
And then if there's nothing in it, it'll just like generally
It's
point
just
to a dragon.
To a general direction of the closest dragon.
Yeah.
When did you go to Kaimal?
Couple weeks ago.
Man, you.
Kaimal.
When did you go to Kaim?
Kaimal.
Oh, I can't put a look.
There goes Jacob.
There he goes.
There
There he
goes the computer.
goes.
I love
When did you go to
We gotta vamp until he comes back.
When did you go to Cat?
Banter.
Oh,
Oh,
welcome
He's
back.
back.
no.
My PC went kaput skis, so now I'm on my laptop.
Oh, I gotta turn them up
Now.
now.
Laptop.
Not really, I'll turn the light on. But keep going with your roleplay.
When did you go to Kaimal?
Why do you say it like that?
Because that's how you freeze framed.
Heck
It
yeah.
was very funny.
Wasn't that awesome? I kind of thought that was going to happen, which is why I did it like that. Anyway, continue.
Oh, Birdie's snoring underneath me. It's so cute. Anyway.
Pit bulls do that.
3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Are you just
When it
answering
was-
your own questions now?
Well, I was
First
trying.
stop after I left, I think.
Interesting. Maybe we do have some stuff we need to catch up on, including what you've done and what we've done since.
I mean, we
Not
killed a
maybe.
beholder without her, no big deal.
Oh yeah, we did.
Just one.
We killed one of the 5, or defeated one of the 5 the other day. So we might want to catch up on that.
Interesting. How'd you manage that?
Well, that's a story for maybe a drink and some dinner. Maybe a late dinner since you have a thing tonight.
Well, I know a place we could go.
Sure.
Maybe. I want to take them, Jacob, to like the tavern that like me and my friend used to hang out at. Just like the shitty one where I used to like do like scammy tarot spreads.
Okay.
I don't have a name for it, but
Are you guys going
it
there
exists.
now?
Not
Maybe
yet.
whenever we go to lunch.
Oh, okay. That's like on the other side of town.
Did you get a
It's
dog?
really bad.
Half an hour. Take you like half an hour to get there.
The bad side of town.
It is
Is it the
actually
bad?
technically on the bad side of town. If there is one in Syngorn, there's really not much.
We'd love to see it. Thea, did you get a dog? Or a cat?
I did not.
Your mom said you had
Or
a
pseudo
companion.
dragon.
Yeah, or a pseudo dragon.
I mean, Sinjin's been here.
Oh, I forgot about. Well, I didn't forget about, but I never really.
Running away.
But,
Every time I think about
no.
Sinjin, I think about Annie. One of the other big reasons that we probably need to talk to her, and that's another catch-up thing.
Well, as of right now, my father knows the situation, and she is being kept here, homeschooled, under guard at all times.
Okay, that's good. I kind of want to see her. Still not great with children. If there's ever a child,
People in general.
I'm okay
Well,
with
she's doing-
some people.
She's doing good, so we can do that at some point.
Yeah, just later.
Are the kids in school right
Yeah.
now? Would they be? Okay.
Yeah, the kids are at school right now.
They're all in school at the moment, so.
As they should be. Go to school, kids.
Hello. Well, is there anything you want to discuss immediately, or you did ask me if I had a companion.
Yeah, I wanted to meet your dog or cat that you got.
I just had a thought that Thea was trying to change the subject.
Well, he's a little busy at the moment.
I'm great with animals, Thea. Don't worry.
Really, really uncomfortable around people. Not super, very much a loner, if you will. Do I sense, is Rupert like in the room at all, or do I sense
Make
that?
perception check.
Thea.
26.
26. No, he is not in the room.
I myself am an animal, Thea. Animal humanoid. I'm always great with animals. You know, I could speak with animals. I can turn into an animal. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I just don't quite know where he is at the moment. So if we happen upon him, I will let you know.
Okay.
How about that?
I have a spell that I can find animals if you want me to try to find.
No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't want you to waste one.
Of course. No, you're right. You're right. Never know.
You know, and I mean, I'm sure we'll happen upon him at some point.
Yeah,
It's
for
a big
sure.
house.
Yeah. So lunch.
Do you want to go to lunch or brunch? I guess it's pretty early.
It's around
I've already had brunch.
10:15.
Oh,
Yeah, Zygon had brunch. He had a liquid brunch.
well, I want food brunch and liquid brunch. I need a drink. So, Jesus Christ. Y'all hear that? There's a
No.
motorcycle outside my window. So loud.
My immersion!
Really threw me off.
It's just a dragon.
Now dragons sound like motorcycles. That'd be kind of cool.
I can show you around Syngorn if you'd like.
Sure. We've already been in the Tarn ward. That's where we came in this morning.
The turn word.
The term word.
Turn
It's a little
word.
stuffy there. I don't like that side of town.
Oh.
What about the dream ward?
Or the
I
memory.
don't know what.
Or what?
Jacob, what ward is the tavern that I want to go to in?
Hang on. let me
Bad
get
side ward.
Let me get the stinking
The bad
Syngorn
word.
pulled up. I don't have the stinking page marked for some stupid reason.
Bad.
Also, I was thinking this information is probably not 100% up to date since the newest book came out, but that is.
We're playing in our own world where it's
like
up to date for
It's
us.
like a multiverse.
It's up to date for us. That's the important part.
Where? What the heck? Am I just a dumb? Why am I so doomed? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. So you'd probably want to go to the Barrel District or Barrel Keep. It's primarily a military district, but not the most safe.
The Barrel District. Thea can just meet us there.
Be the one leading you guys there. Okay, we'll just wait a second. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody feeling?
Doing good.
Good. Have it back. Yay. So, oh wait, hang on. Looks like she's plugging stuff in. Oh, okay, are you
Sorry,
back?
I had to pee so bad. I
worries.
could not.
That's what the break is for.
I didn't have to be there. Sorry.
I have to pee now.
Okay. The Barrel Keep is where this tavern would be. So it is it's the Fortress District. It's where the majority of the military is housed. So it's kind of a rough and tumble sort of place.
Fun.
Is that where you guys are going? You guys are
Yeah.
gonna go across town to get
Yeah.
something at an old tavern?
Yeah, that makes yeah.
Okay.
Why would I take them to a nice place?
Or have a meal prepared by Gustavo.
I just
Daisy,
I just
you're
think it
not
would be
supposed to
fun.
have that. Give me the plastic container. You're not supposed to have a plastic container.
Can it please be named the shit kicker?
No.
I just looked up 100 like different tavern names, and that was one that came up.
That is not very elven, madam.
I love it though.
Well, when you
What about
DM
the
that, can you
vomit
do on it?
repository?
I've got a name. You guys are fine. Okay.
I said that, you know.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go there. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
like to.
So it takes you about half an hour to get over there. And as you get closer and closer, you start to notice, the only reason that people aren't stopping you at this point is because you are with Thea. It seems as though you're guests of hers, maybe, so they're not questioning it, but they are keeping an eye on you.
I'm gonna like return the side eye.
Okay. So you eventually make it to this place called the Starlight Escape. It's seen better days. It looks like this is a place where guards, when they get off duty, come. It's very much like a dive bar sort of thing. The sign looks like the paint has worn off dozens of times. Everything's kind of disheveled and not quite. Everything's a little crooked. But yeah, you go in. Not a lot of people here. It is a little early. It's around 11. But yeah, what do you want to do?
I'll grab a table. Sit down.
Okay.
What
so
you do
guys,
at a tavern.
Yes, the things we
you
do
know,
at
tavern
taverns.
things. You guys sit down, and you see this this older human waitress comes over. Kind of long brown hair, tired, like bags under her eyes. Just kind of looks like she's one of the only people that works here, and she works a lot. So she comes over. Hello, welcome to the Starlight Escape, where all of your dreams come true.
Oh, this is a really nice
I love
place.
that.
This is a really nice place.
I like the sound of it.
This reminds,
I like it. It's
this
one of my
reminds,
favorite spots.
reminds me of one of our first places we all met back in Drina, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look at her and I'll be like, "Can I get a Bloody Mary?"
Yeah. Anything else for anyone else?
I would like some beer, please.
Smile.
Just some ale, please.
We got a liquid lunch. And then she goes back into the kitchen.
Oh, I kind of wanted a side of fries or something, but it's okay.
Do you think they have fryers?
I kind of wanted a side of cut potatoes put on a stove with oil and then given to me on a plate. With
I
a
want
side of
cooked
mashed.
potatoes.
With a side
They
of
serve
pure,
perpetual stew, and that is all.
questionable perpetual stew.
Yeah. It's like a mystery meat stew. It's whatever they've got left over.
I yell back.
Perpetual stew is just like that one pot that they keep on at
Yeah.
all times, and then you just
The
keep
pot used to
adding.
be like an actual cauldron, but as the years have gone by and stuff started to stick to the sides, it's got less and less depth to it.
Yeah, I love it here. This is where I used to hang out the first time around when I lived in Syngorn. It's a great time.
Nice. Was that that was after you left the village where with your mom and
Mhm.
stuff? Ah.
Yeah.
How long?
Good time.
How long were you here for again? Before leaving off and meeting with the group?
47, no, 50 years?
Nice.
Something along, it was a while.
And this
Give or
was
take a decade.
so you're here for 50 years, and this was your favorite place.
I mean, it just stays the same while everything else gets updated.
I can
And I like
see that, really stands out. Kind of like us walking into the gates of Syngorn.
I used to get those looks too.
I'm just glad it's not burning.
Yeah, that was a fear of mine. At one point, the kids had a recital, and I heard a giant, like, loud dragon screech. I guess I don't know how dragon roar. I don't know.
Yes, it's a roar.
But
Between a roar and a screech, it's like a bird and a lion kind of mixed together.
And I thought something was coming to, like, attack and burn down the city, and it was just a projection. So thankfully nothing happened. It was just part of the show.
Interesting. Well, I guess we want to get caught up on our lives.
Sound very
And such.
excited to do that. This is awkward, huh?
It's, we saw Locknar last week, and it felt a little easier with him. He gave Zygon a massage, just like straight out. Like, we were kind of like trying to be nice to him, trying to, like, turn the other cheek, and then he gave Zygon a massage. There was a little anger in it, not gonna lie, and then we did a job with him and Sheldon, and I, apologized for past stuff, and then maybe sometime we'll be able to get back with him and have him be part of the group again. So
Well, I'm glad he's doing well.
yeah, he's still drunk all the time, maybe more drunk more of the time, if that was ever possible.
That was kind of Sheldon's MO, I guess.
That's true. Well, what have you been doing since you left the Flagon Slayers?
Since you've been gone. Sorry, I had to do it.
Like how long was that ago? Like a month-ish?
It's been about a month, yeah.
Mm-hmm. God, screen got so dark. There we go. I was like, where did my face go? Well, she's snoring so loud it's vibrating my desk. Like I said, went to Kai Mall for a bit. Finally, made my way here. Been here. So loud. The snoring. Made my way here. Made some amends with my father. Helped the kids, practice their spells and their fighting and all that good stuff. Been helping my stepmother with the baby.
What'd you do in Kai Mall?
Being calm. That's nice. Kai Mall. Yeah, what about it?
What'd you do there? You went up to Kai... It just seems like, it's a very specific city to travel to after Amon, so I was just wondering, because it's not really on the way down to Syngorn.
Yeah, that is true.
It's partially on the way. It's more on the way than going to Onoa and then the Emerald Outpost and then, okay, here, let me look at the map. Okay. Okay, I'm on here. Okay, then main road, down, Kai Mall, main road. You could, of course, go the southern route, which is through the Emerald Outpost, which is a slightly faster route. But yeah, Kai Mall is not the most direct, but it is more direct than going from Onoa to the Emerald Outpost.
I mean, I don't know.
I would say it's 2 out of the 3.
Finally was on my own for a minute. I wanted to do some exploring, see places I hadn't seen. You know, exciting places like Kaimal.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
there's so much there.
so much in Kaimal,
So
yes.
much.
Is Kaimal the one place
Where
that has all the gambling, Jacob?
Kaimal has been known for gambling, yes.
Okay. Kaimal, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it should be pretty obvious that like I'm lying.
Make a deception.
Oh,
check
it's
with disadvantage.
Yeah.
this conversation's very obvious that you're lying.
Yeah, no.
All of you make an insight check.
Do
Up
I?
to you what you want to do with
Do you
that.
really want to make an insight check to that?
I got a 12 deception.
Oh, I got a 12.
We're at a
12
standoff.
insight.
I had a 17 insight.
Damn.
Well, you know, Zygon and Anzu, it's been so long since you've seen Thea, you know. Zygon, you're just like, yeah, whatever, she was in Kaimal, yeah. Anzu, you're like, but maybe there's something a little bit there. Animus, you know that she is hiding something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's up to you what you want to do with that.
Ah. No, it's fine.
You can put.
Well, I guess we should probably explain the beholder stuff. So after you left, the previous leader of the class, because of course we knew before you left the beholder had taken over the class, but the previous leader, her name was Genevieve. She came and we kind of ended up talking our ways into helping each other out. So we were going to help her get the class back, and she was going to help us defeat the beholder. Throughout that time, we worked with her and another member of the class, or I guess former member of the class named Nicolo. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him around since the beholder fight.
I think he exploded, right?
No, I don't know. Yeah, he got pretty mad sometimes. I don't know about exploding, but
Caleb, that was good. Good job, buddy. That was a good one. I want to acknowledge that was a good one.
But anyways, yeah, so we worked with them for a little while. Cirrus here ended up being someone that I found in the Feywilds. I went there to...
Oh, you. I keep forgetting you're here.
Yeah, he's a quiet guy.
Yeah, I don't talk much, so...
But, yeah, so we were
Cool.
grabbing ingredients for some sort of potion that we were supposed to be able to use. We infiltrated some sort of underground party / casino, stole a bunch of money from one of the criminal lords there, took that money, hid it, and then went and defeated the beholder, and went and talked to Mathis about it. I think a very important thing here, though, is since you're talking tonight with your dad, when I was talking to Mathis, if you can remember when we fought Cran up in the conservatory, and then we fought the vampire. Then we fought the vampire. Both times, they didn't exactly die normally. They got absorbed into some sort of magical essence or some sort of magical jewelry they were wearing. Very similar thing happened with the beholder. And so, since I was kind of taking notes on that, I brought it up to Mathis that maybe they're not dead. We just killed them, maybe kind of how demons are killed. When they're killed on one plane, but they kind of still live in another. Maybe their essence of life is being held in some sort of pocket or just a different plane altogether. So,
So you're not sure any of them are actually dead?
No, we are not sure we actually killed fully any of them. We did defeat them technically, so they're not, as powerful at this moment. As magic goes for the most part, I think we were talking with Mathis about this. For now, they're not here, but that doesn't mean that their life wasn't put somewhere else for the time being. So,
Sometimes I like to think about puppies before I go to sleep.
Ans has been weird lately. His, son got put into a prison somewhere in the mountains here in Syngorn, and that's
Allegedly.
allegedly his son has been put in a prison here in the mountains near Syngorn, and that's one of the reasons we're here. So.
Yes. I mean, he messaged me about it.
Oh, good.
Did I ever... I know I said I would, try to, find out information about that whenever it happened. Jacob, did I ever find out anything?
Make a history check.
Did I finish my research on that map?
I would say pretty much, yeah.
Because I copied, since I have, the whole memory thing and the Kinku stuff, I copied it down, so I'm wondering if I would have been able to pinpoint a location. Or a general few mile radius.
A general location, yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
14. You asked around a little bit. There were no reports of dragons or anything in the area. The mountains are pretty heavily patrolled, mainly for giants. There's been no reports of prisons or anything like that.
And no reports of just anything suspicious, no weird tunnels or
No.
I mean, I've seen Richter's human form, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Did I anyone matching his description?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Sorry, my allergies are acting up.
Oh no, are you allergic to puppy?
Well, my windows are open, so.
Oh, you're allergic to outside.
Yeah, I think so. Nah, I don't know. I mean, dog hair's a lot, anyway. And I never found out anything about. I asked around, and no one had seen anyone matching Richter's description or anything suspicious, but that doesn't mean he's not around.
Sounds like you guys have stayed slightly in touch. That's good.
Yes. And I spied on you a little bit.
On who?
On you.
Oh.
In Whitestone.
Okay.
When I got here, my father was already in Whitestone. That was about the time that I arrived and found out that something had happened and you all were there, so I checked on you. But what happened?
That was a bad situation.
About a quarter of Whitestone doesn't
Syngorn, I didn't see you there.
Oh, I saw the writing on the wall. It's just yeah, I'm good.
Interesting.
Zygon
There was no time.
saw ahead of time something happening, and we tried to stop it. And we pretty much whole thing, the guy with the sword and the three women showed up in Whitestone when they were unveiling this large locomotive design to cross the country on tracks in a faster way than horses and carts, of course. And he turns the essence of what it was supposed to be, the mechanical production of the machine, into a bomb. And that may or may not have been the bomb that Anzu originally had created or finished when he was in prison. So, yeah, that went off in Whitestone.
Vesper is also a succubus.
Oh, yes. The Vesper we know. Or partially know, because the real Vesper is in prison somewhere. But then the Vesper that we've been talking to for a long period of time is one of the 5. So.
Oh. Well, how did you find that out?
She told us. She said she was part of the 5, but unfortunately for them, she did not like what they did. So, she quit.
Yeah, it came down to just kind of feeling her out for a little while. When we were there was a magical aura that was like a big magic shield throughout Whitestone. So none of us had access to Magic Wall when that was happening, and I think Genevieve saw her first and like could tell because she has these magic eyes or whatever, and then we kind of started picking up on it. But that's a note I forgot to touch on, of course.
So hypothetically, we haven't killed any of them, and we had one in our grasp, and she said she quit, and we just let her go.
She was.
So you just trusted that.
Well, she was really weird when she said she quit, quote unquote. Like she just started like, it's like she was deteriorating in her memories, just like literally in front of us. She was just forgetting things as she stood there. It was freaking insane. But yeah, there wasn't much we could do to keep her around. She kind of just got out of there.
Well, I'll make sure to bring all of this up tonight at the meeting, which, if it's all right with my father and you all want to attend, I'll ask him. But
I've had a lot of people looking at me just walking through the streets. Do you think it's a good idea for us to attend a meeting with a bunch of high-ranking elves?
Yes, actually, to show them that you are important in this, that you have more information than they do.
That's true.
Kind of fun to put them into place.
Hey, I like that. I like that idea. I'll go with it.
So, as you guys are talking and you get your drinks, you hear kind of a commotion going on outside of the bar, and you see a guard flies through the door and kind of skirts into the bar as you see the helmet hits the bar. And then you see walking in, you see these 4 elves. They kind of look very rough and tumble, but the leader, you see he's got like a scar down each cheek, like an auburn sort of hair. You see one of his ears, like the point of it has been like broken and mangled so many times it's kind of like droopy a little bit. But Thea, you recognize this person. This is Ananias, and he sees you, and he kind of smiles at you. It's a long time no see. I heard you were in town. And that will be where we end tonight's session.
What?
What the fuck is an Ananias?
Well,
don't laugh like that.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has watched, everyone that's watched us on YouTube all the way through to the end. If you watched it all the way through the end, please put in the comments pumpernickel. The secret word is pumpernickel.
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 Most delicious of breads.
The most delicious of breads. Thank you so much for watching, no matter where you watch us. Be sure to let anybody that's into Dungeons & Dragons know who we are and where we are. Thanks once again to our sponsor, Arknight. And we will see you next week. Or maybe not. It's Mother's Day. We're discussing it. Maybe it'll be a limited
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you when we see you. Have a good night, everybody.